Hey everyone, welcome back to our Limitless series. Today we have a question from Tonya who wants to know how to help out her chicken legs. Her quote, not mine. Let's see what Tonya's question is.
So to stabilize my knee, I am looking to increase this muscle here. This is the one I want to build up on both knees. My wife says I have chicken legs, but I'm okay with that. But right here, this muscle, I'd like to isolate and work on. And then for loose skin, my upper inner thigh here, all the way up into my groin. I have a lot of excess skin, and again, like I said, I know that I'm never going to get rid of all that excess skin, but I'm super embarrassed by it, and I'm wondering if there's anything at all that I can do to minimize that skin.
Ooh, I like this question, Tonya. All right, I've got 3 exercises for you. Basically, you're going to need a band and maybe a chair. It kind of just depends. So let's get that band, and I'll show you those exercises to help out your chicken leg thighs. Okay, just to get started, we're going to do a very super basic exercise. It's a functional exercise, so it's one that pretty much everyone can do. Now, you said you were wanting to stabilize your knee, so a couple of things you're going to watch out for is how far you bend that knee, which you certainly can take it deeper or lower, or deeper or higher, depending on what's going on with the knee as far as pain and that type of thing. So it is basically just a squat. And I'm sitting here with my band because I'm going to show you how to make it a little bit harder. But what I want to show you, a couple of things here. With your squats, you can take them wider or more narrow, kind of depending on where you're wanting to work specifically. And I know you said you wanted to work right about here, this muscle here. So I have my feet just outside shoulder width. What I'm going to do on my squat is just drop down, and I'm not really leaning forward. I'm keeping my knees from going over my toes. And this is all the farther I'm going to drop down on this right here. Now, you can't really see this very well, but I'm lifting my toes up, so my weight is in my heels. That helps target your thighs, every one of those 4 muscles in your quads, so that you're not relying on your knees if you come up on your toes. I don't know if you can see the difference there. And then you're going to press up nice and strong. So I'm going to move up a little bit here. So what I want you to see is just look at the thighs, and as you go down into that squat, you can kind of start to see everything in these quads engage. So watch right there, the one you want to really target. As I press up, it engages and deepens. And again, we'll just go, whoops, now I lost my balance on that one. Drop it down and press it up. And I'm not doing these really fast. I'm just going down to engage, and then I'm going to hold them for a couple seconds, and then I'm going to press my heels down as I come all the way up and tighten those thighs on the way up too. So it's not, a lot of times you'll see people and they're just kind of knocking out squats here. And that's all well and good, but you really want to focus and target your thighs, and especially this one particular section of your quads that you are wanting to improve. So that's your basic. Now, there's this little thing that bodybuilders will do called a front squat. And essentially what that means is they're going to hold a weight here in front, and that way they've got more weight in front, so they really need to be careful as they go down, and you've got more weight pushing down on the front of your legs than the back. So it definitely helps improve those quads. And I'm not saying go to the gym and do that. I'm saying if you have a band, use a band. So what you're going to do is stand on this band, okay? Again, now this one you're going to have to adjust your feet to depend on how hard you want to make it. Bring that band up as if you were holding that bar. Drop it down. That should be fairly easy. Once again, keep your weight in your heels or the middle of your feet. And I say that this time because you've got that band under your feet and you don't want your toes coming up and the band flinging up and hitting you in the face. So again, you're going to just press all the way up, tighten those thighs, and come back down. You might have seen my hand was shaking. I've got the band fairly tight, so it is a lot of pressure to work those thighs and improve my quadriceps. Oh, there goes the other hand. All right, so that would be exercise number 1, squats. And all we did was make it a little bit harder and make it more of a front squat. Okay, exercise number 2 is going to use the band as well. So hold that thought while I get it set up. Okay, what I've done for this exercise, this is a quad extension, is I've got my band hooked up to the railing on my back porch here. So I just have one handle, and I'm going to put my foot in that one handle. Okay, I'm gonna try to not fall over while I show you this too. So what this does is this really targets the entire quadricep area, and trust me, you're gonna feel it. Typically, I feel it a lot more higher up than lower down, but a lot of that depends on what angle you have your leg at. And so play around with that and see what works the best. You know the part of your leg that you want to target, so focus on that angle. So I'm gonna kind of exaggerate it just to show you. So find your balance. I don't know why I'm doing this on the bad leg. Lift that leg up. Now I have that resistance, so I'm just gonna extend it out and then bring it back in again. Ooh, hello balance. And as you extend it out, notice I'm not doing this fast. You're gonna feel these muscles, those quads, engage and come back. So the benefit of this one is you're gonna work that core stabilization as well, which is always kind of nice to get a little extra through everything. So the leg you're standing on, you're gonna feel that in your glutes a little bit. Obviously your quads are gonna be activated, your abs need to be tight and tall, and you just need to basically generally be standing up tall. But you're focusing on your quads on the leg that's doing the extension. So that was exercise 2. Now what you can do with that, I said I was going to show you a couple different ways. You can actually do that seated. So let me grab a chair. Okay, so same exact exercise, but I'm seated. I've got the band again. I'm going to extend it out and bring it back in. And all this does is it takes away some of that focus from the leg I'm standing on and my quad or my glutes and puts all that focus on the quads. So you can make it a little easier or harder as well. I'm going to switch legs just to show you this again. Harder by moving further away. So once again, I don't have to go to the gym and get a whole bunch of weights. I can just do this from home and make it a little bit harder. That still was not very far away, but that's okay, that'll work. All right, and you'll be able to see as you extend your leg, just like you showed me in the video, you'll be able to see those muscles engage and then bring it back. Okay, now, the last exercise, and I'm just gonna leave that there, so it's going to kind of talk about what you had said. You were talking about loose skin and you were really wanting to tone right in here. Well, I'm gonna tell you that is the wonderful muscle, the inner thigh right there. And some of the best ways to, if you have loose skin, to hide that is to build up muscle around it and just be patient and eventually wait for that loose skin to tighten up and shrink back in again. But you can build up that muscle that's underneath as well, which is going to help fill it out. Now how to do that, and this also works for this part of your quads as well, is lunges. Super basic, just drop it down into that lunge and press it all the way back up. So what I like to do with lunges is I'll do a whole series. So you'll do like a few here, say 3 or 4 like this, and then you're gonna lift off that back leg. Lift off. And as you do that, yes, you're working your glutes, but you're getting a little bit more oomph in that front thigh there as well. So just a variation you can throw in there as well. 3 or 4 of those. And then go back and do it again. And then once you've done, I would say 12 of each on one side, switch legs. Same thing, you're gonna do 3 or 4 basic, and then 3 or 4 coming up to that front leg. And so I don't know if you can really see, but as I come up, you can really see and feel those quads engage there. All right, so there's 3 different exercises to help you out. Hopefully you'll have a blast doing those. I know quads and squats and lunges are not anyone's favorite things, but they definitely build up your quads. They're gonna help you with that knee stabilization. They're gonna help you tone and define your thighs as well. Keep those questions coming, everybody. Thank you so much to those of you who have sent them in. Don't forget to subscribe and check back soon because we've got more fun videos on the way. Bye.